job. Is that who you are as a person? Or are you a person that just is on the dole being a budget person? Like me, apparently. This is what I've been categorised as, and I want to protest about it because really I didn't have a choice. I've had a dream. I had a really big dream. I had really great dreams, and I had millions of dreams. And I had such a huge spirit to go after everything I wanted, and such an amazing amount of energy to exercise what I wanted. I got a bit slowed down later on in life because of my thyroid issues, and it got worse because I've become something um, so, yes, there have been a lot of copycats of what I'm doing, and it is political, and there is some political kind of like little thoughts about what was going on, and I just want to say, I've been kept in the dark, and I've had to try and figure out as I go along with all these injuries. So you may think that I'm slow, a little bit slow in the head, but actually what's happened is they've poured chemicals at me and on my stomach, and it's all infected my liver and my stomach, and I need an operation. And I wouldn't have thought that this list would make me so low down that a bunch of immigrants would come in and invade this country and invade me and my people and pay them all to get rid of me, and now I'm in a racist segregation. Whereas the thing is most of this regime seems to be promoting a lot of my values in society. So I am not somebody that likes drama. I like peace. And they've campaigned as a bunch of women of a natural selection that love peace. But that's me, and they've made me have forever chemicals that I'm not natural with. But I'm a natural therapist that is about natural therapy and herbal medicine, which they're also promoting themselves as healers and natural doctors and really ahead of their time and wanting to be acupuncturists and counsellors. They say, this is my identity. So they're saying birds of a feather flock together, but I'm actually the same level. But what's happened is I've had gender violence and gender inequality and a structural oppression. Um, Whether you care to listen to me, probably don't, because I don't look like Barbie. And that's what I'm starting to have psychological problems because I've had a lot of my aching engagement really destroyed in this situation. Instead of mercy after a victim survived, I've been dragged through and exploited again and again and again and again and again and again. I'm like the gift that keeps giving to these people to keep being honourable, and the more honour they take from me, the least quality I become out of this situation. I just want to say my personality was somebody with integrity, somebody that valued my staying needs and mindful time and time to really create a bound. I was a sensitive person, so I had to have a lot of boundaries to people my heart, my compassion, but I did try and live in the real world, and it was tough, so that's why I had a lot of boundaries and a lot of standards, and I think maybe in my past I came off like I was a little bit fancy and a bit snooty, but it wasn't. It was just, it's more of a, I was sensitive and I had to deal with normal everyday life that I'm very sensitive about because I've got a, I've tuned into my spiritual self, so it was a bit of a conflicting life. So anyway, I don't know why I am a prisoner of this earth. I've had my face blown off years ago, and I was not given a voice about it. And I am not a victim. I got up, and what I'm saying is, in this case, you love to blame me for everything, but you think about a victim that's doing really well in your life and was really attractive and had the world was like oyster. I could have had any man that I wanted because I was independent, I was attractive, and I had my own exciting life going on with my photography, and I had a lot of different things that I had time to do little trips and travel away, and I had a lot of things going on at the happy for me in a lot of niche. I did a lot of contract business work and I was happy. Hands-on, blue-collar business, like not work. I wasn't like making, like doing our businesses. I was just saying I was in control of my life. I was happy and I was moving towards being a healer, and my life got cut short. And I was very inspired by spirit and art, and I very much love handmade, handcrafted fashion, handcrafted jewelry, I love handmade stuff. I love knitting too. I love knitted stuff. I love everything made from scratch, and I think if I was you, I would buy local and support your local small businesses and communities, because it's better to keep the money in our communities than just keeping the banks, and keeping these big businesses going, because I just think that people need to start at home first before they think about everything else. Anyway, I'm really upset because it's like my needs are really neglected to a point where I think this is kind of a little bit homicidal now. And I think I've really fed up with the police really taking away my rights to exercise my freedom and my personal power. And it's not fair. Like, they're putting me in these coops where I'm like imprisoned as a pest in society, and I don't do anything pesky. So, for me to talk out is kind of like, I didn't realise they had created so much hatred in this country because I needed help. And it's like, if you're crying, you're seen as a baby for your basic needs. And I just feel like it's such an injustice to my life. It's like, if your face got ruined, the last thing you want is to be strewn around all over communities. And I want, but yes, her. Why her? The odd girlfriend, which is ugly. And I didn't get any peace. And instead, they just keep beating me up, beating me down, toxically competing with me to make sure everything is above me. And I'm tired of it. I don't deserve to be here on the ground. I don't deserve to be stuck in peace anymore. I don't deserve this at all. Like, I worked very hard to get over having a normal average life. I was about to be educated, and all I seem to be doing is promoting all these girls that they want me to mother and be healthy, happy people. And what do I get out of it? Nothing. I'm just labouring for nothing, and I don't want to anymore, and I don't want to be on the dole. I don't want to be a political figure, and I don't want to be in these power structures where I'm not treated like an equal at all. And I don't want to be silenced as a dog anymore, and I don't want to be kept in the dark while you're in a little group outcasting me. I just think you are just a bunch of mean, bullying, abusive people in power that are exploiting me and blaming everything on me while you're codependent on my resources. You had your own resources and you're building off my resources. You may have the beauty, but you're very ugly inside. All of you girls are very, very ugly, like extremely ugly, these 7 girls, because not only did they deny me the right to exercise my own freedom, they've followed me place to place, denying me the right to have a voice. They're oppressing me by using their bullying beauty standards. And it's like, do you know what? I feel like this is just like really abusive and a real abuse of power. So I'm doing my own life, and you're taking from me out of my life, exercising this right that you're from some sort of country that's worth a lot of wealth and power, and you have the right to put cameras in my house and the right to exercise that your women need more love and more attention for what I'm doing. And it's like, you don't even respect or are grateful for what you've taken off me. Years and years of this bleeding me dry. Years and years of taking away the very values and the systems of love and compassion and kindness that I instilled into my relationships. And at this stage, I want to say I believe this is a murder. It's too many times that I'm targeted for hate crimes that are just left unheard. Because you're so happy in your little celebrity culture world with your little gifts and your little entrepreneurships.
Like, that's the thing. It's like you've just exercised that I cannot be part of anything, and everything I'm good at, I'm not allowed to have that. I'm not allowed esteem, and I'm meant to just sit here and find God and be hated and lose everything again and again and again. And I'm thinking, I'm being spiritually abused because you're using my beliefs and spirit as a way to punish me and say this is for you. Now, I've been kicked out of all of my jobs in Australia because of the police, saying that I need to get off the scene. These girls are really famous and are better than me, and it's actually time for me to get out of my job. I don't deserve my job. And I'm saying, this is me. I'm really ugly now. This is the ugliness of what celebrity culture is. They have ruined my face. They have ruined my face not once, but many times. And then they've used me as a pig of my ex to make sure I'm rooted in public as a joke so that he can have a group of your little princesses that you want to be servicewomen to masturbate these men in power and ruin my life. Like, I don't want to be part of it. What I'm saying is, I may seem like I'm dry and really sarcastic, but I'm dying inside. I'm tired of this shit. It is 7 years you're bleeding me dry with this arrogance. It's like, give me a $30,000 makeover and I'll show you arrogance and talk down about you and have a massive party and kick you out and see how you like it. Because that's exactly what you're doing to me, having a bunch of bullies about the way you look, and it's like my face got ruined. Don't tell me you're better than me because you're sitting in a nightclub, sitting there with your comedy mates, acting like I'm bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. I've got models from here today. So whatever, like, all I want is for these people that injected me and gave me some sort of blood cancer and HIV and changed me to RN and gave me this Indian capital punishment and have made me fight for my rights when I am about peace. My life was about a home, peacefulness at home, and it was a clean home. All of my photos of my homes are clean. Okay, if you're filming me every day and you catch me in a dirty home one day, like, good on you, because that just shows you've got nothing better to do than, like, sit there and watch what I'm doing all day, every day, and I'm tired of it. I've got WhatsApp things here saying be grateful for the little things. They're basically anything that I do in my life, these women are taking it over like it's theirs. So my identity, probably like most of 2012 to probably 2022 is about humanitarian stuff and is about spiritual life. Now, these gangsters have, I don't know if they're gangsters or what, but this has become a very weird situation where the government has actually been invading all of my data, and I'm not allowed to do my own spiritual journey anymore due to this political abuse of these women, and they're not letting me be a light worker. I'm not allowed. I didn't want to be famous for it anyway, but I'm just saying it is a part of my identity, and I'm not allowed to watch anything that I believe in. I'm not allowed to watch any of these spiritual channels to do with Buddhism, to do with light work, to do with spiritual light. It's all for these women that he's deemed better than me. And also it's, the crime of torture is to monitor and inspect places of detention. It prohibits the acts of torture and provides a national preventative mechanism to inspect and monitor the place of detention, and it is made up of Ombudsman, Independent Police Conduct, Office of Children's Commissioner, and the Inspector of Service Establishment Act. Also provides a visit from the United Nations of a prevention of torture. So I'm being tortured. I'm not allowed a right to my own culture. As in, my culture is really about, what is a culture? What is a culture? Like, a culture is our customs, isn't it? So our whole life background is about New Age spirituality. And I found Jesus and God, and I started going to church, and I don't mind it, and I'm persecuted over this. And they're trying to make out that I'm a sinner, and I just want to say, I'm over it. Like, I just want to be myself. Like, they just want to control and micromanage everything that made me happy. I sit here in silence and I'm still being beaten up as a fat bitch every day. So I can't make them happy, and I'm tired of it. So I didn't do anything wrong to deserve this. All I wanted to do was my spiritual journey. I found peace in going to this church. And you know what I've found out is that there's all these rules in this Bible, and there's a hypocrisy of being human. There is a real hypocrisy of being human. Like, we do have problems in our life. We do. If the world is full of negativity and everything becomes very miserable, we do absorb this and become miserable ourselves. And if we are exercising our right to be happy and joyful, we will make our lives happen. But in a case where my consciousness is being locked up in my spirit, I can't do that, because before this, my cousins have said, your spirit is so high and so free and so beautiful. It's not. I'm locked up in chains. I'm not even allowed to do any of these channels, and I've got lots of photos on this of the channels that I like watching. So it's a crime. So no matter what part of society, I found myself, and I feel very connected to all these different associations, and they've gone on this food journey to make sure that I'm the cheapest quality. So he's cut me out of spiritual life and made sure all these tarot card people persecute me. Then he's gone to basically all the church places and persecuted me out of these kind of food sources. Then he's gone to all of the educational systems and made it that I'm too dumb for this kind of, I'm not allowed to be part of that society either. And then he's made sure that I can't be part of childcare society or be friends with any nannying girls either, because he doesn't want me to have any food or say or any opportunities. So I've been shunned as some bad mother, and he just went and started blaming me for all these little things I was saying. They were micromanaging everything and creating all these fights over nothing. Like, and it's double standards. It's like the person will bring me down and say and teach these kids to call me ugly day in, day out in this church, which is one of the crimes against humanity. And then when you call them out and say, are you sending rape tapes all over the internet, the kid, he starts calling me out, I'm such a bad person for saying the word rape in front of these children. And he'll go into the church and like blame me and make me this bad guy for saying this word in front of the children. And it's just, this is getting beyond sensationalized, the drama and the abuse and the torture and the controlling my relationships to make sure that I don't have any of my own peaceful relationships, which I've always had peaceful relationships. Always. There's been fighting at times, but most of my life has been peaceful. So this has been a real injustice to me, because it's kind of like the structure started giving me injustice by torturing me at a low price in front of everybody and then doing this to me. So I can't, like, how do you talk any sense with that? I mean, that's just like, that's not even, she's not even doing a game. It's just like ending my life. And so what I'm saying is there's no point rebirthing. Do you know why? Because every time I've rebirthed, that family kicks me in the face, poisons me, and takes the credit and the honour. And I'm saying I'm an intelligent woman. I've had enough of this abuse, this psychological torture. I'm not fighting it anymore. I want my right to die. I'm fighting for my right to die. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the bureaucracy. I'm tired of paying your taxes. I'm tired of it. You know, my whole life I've been like learning this. Heart voice. This is part of what my training is. And I've got no access to talk like this to anybody. He just barricades me from my own culture, barricades me from my family, keeps me isolated. I'm not allowed humane things like a home. I'm not allowed to have nice things in life because of your stupid fucking power structures, and you keep building these everywhere I go. You don't let me be independent. It's always about Kiki. Always. It's always about her. My whole life is about her and Poppy, and I don't want it to be. All I've had is this shit with the cops. Her and Steve. Everything's about the honour of these freaking kids, these young people, and it's so, she's dragged me around and taken over all of my friendships, kicked kept me out of my own friends and family, these Kayla and Ruth and Poppy. I don't think it's fair anymore. I've had no friends for years because they're too busy being greedy, building a life off my people. And any time I make a new life, she follows me and takes it over. It's taking away my right to my own power. And I don't want to fight it because you keep me ugly in a state and you keep me degraded in public. You keep me from my own right to my own family, my own, any community that I could belong to. I don't want to be in a country where I've been devalued for almost 10 years as a doula. You know, this is one of my rooms. Is it dirty? There's no proper date here, is there? I've got videos here that I want Wellington Civil Aid, but all of my emails are really, really hacked by Lauren, by Poppy, by Ruth, by John, by the West, and I don't get the civil rights that I need. I've applied for all these appointment setting jobs. There were way more. You know, and Laura is in all of my, Laura Shields, Laura Zen, what is this? Laura Zay. Oh, Laura Jezebel Zen Jack. I don't get to protect my photos and phones. They're going through my phones and taking my stuff every day, and I think it's really abusive. It's really dehumanizing, because do you know what it's like? It's like you put a lot of soul energy into your work, you put a lot of soul into your cooking, you put a lot of soul into these things, and all they do is make me old every day, and they fuck you up the ass, and then they go off with a blonde. This is what these men's groups are doing. It's like they're using me as some sort of like some sort of pincushion to come and fuck me and then raise their fucking kids and then fuck off and get married in public. This McDonald's fucking group, this Indian fucking group, they've all had a fuck with me, eh? And just fucking put me to shit, and I don't want to look like Ruth. I shouldn't fucking look like Ruth. I shouldn't have my whole life ruined. I was a beautiful young girl, and in 7 years, you've absolutely ruined everything in my life. Everyone. Not even just like, you haven't just ruined like silly things. This is a massive ecosystem of my support system. This is a massive, real violation of my consciousness. Like, you're taking away parts of my identity. Like, the government is governing data from the channels that I like to watch online and making sure only these girls get to represent us in the public. They're taking away my human connection, my compassion, my heart, everything about my heart and the way I talk to people. And just constantly dragging me through all this abuse that I'm fucking ugly every day. I just want to say, you're ugly. You're Turkish are fucking ugly. You spend so much money fucking trafficking me on these fucking planes that I'm ugly, and you're ugly. How much fucking money and time and energy did you spend fucking ruining my life 7 fucking years? And every time I break free financially, you fuck me up again with more investors of these Americans. More investors. When does it fucking end? This is my life. Take my shit and put it in your fucking mouth and let me go.